Do I will.
What you mean?
When she come home.
I'm gonna go get her. Oh, and take her into the room. So don't let the
Let's move this one.
don't let the front door show. Do I need to crawl?
You're on. Live is on, so you'll just take this out my way.
It's on right now.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm, I'm doing the sweats. I got the sweats on right now.
Need some water.
Yeah. Girl, fuck that damn shit. Yeah, I need some water. Yes, water. Thank you. Hey, y'all. Ooh. Y'all know, it's Monday. I don't even know which Monday it is. It's just Monday, okay? Woo. Hope everybody's well. Y'all finna see my big old face today. Hot. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right, y'all. Woo. How is everybody doing? What's going on? Hey, Keisha. Hey, Rich Class. I hope y'all are doing well. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know that menopause is hot. Let me drink me some water really quick. I hope y'all are doing great today. Ooh, okay. Well, I want to see what you. Hey, Amy, what is going on? Y'all let me fan myself with this bill, okay? This is me rebuking my creditors. I am fanning myself with my bill. I hope y'all are doing great. Y'all tell me what is going on in y'all wonderful world, and I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on in the world too. Y'all know I'm researching all the time and getting information to give you guys. And when I start noticing, when I start noticing a trend, I'm gonna bring it to y'all attention. And I'm noticing a trend, okay? And I'm gonna tell y'all what that is. Give me just a second. Hey, Miss Donna, how you doing? Hold on, let me switch this and put this one in here. Okay. Ooh, ooh, y'all. I'm telling you, I am just a mess right now with this light. Okay, that is better for me. Let me put this light back up here, and then I got to tell y'all what's happening. Okay. All right. I'm going to talk about our good old governments. Now, y'all know I told y'all after tax season is when y'all going to y'all going to come to start seeing some money flowing. So, y'all stay tuned to my story, whether that's on Facebook or TikTok. I don't post on YouTube that much, but tune to my story because I have a lot of stuff I'm going to post for y'all. Okay, grants, rental assistance in certain places, some business grants. There is some money out, and it's all over. Okay, so I don't want to go individually because that'll be too much. All right, so y'all can always ask your questions if you have. If this is your first time, please like, follow, all that good stuff. And also, please make sure you guys go to my YouTube. Um, y'all know I've been vacationing if y'all don't know. And so I have been making videos. I have just not been uploading them because I'm going to hit y'all with a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh. But if y'all follow my live, y'all already get this information before I make it into a full video. So if you guys are here and y'all follow me normally, I appreciate it. So I'm going to see if y'all asking me any questions. Please get with me for Mother's Day. Thank you. Yes. All right, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Hey, Miss Liz. All right. So the two things I've been seeing a lot of, okay? And one of them is there have been a lot of news reports that are encouraging you guys to go and pull your privacy reports, okay? I know a lot of you guys don't do that, but that is something that I highly suggest you guys do, whether that be annually or semi-annually. You need to pull your privacy reports, and I'm not just talking about your credit reports. Okay. Hey, Wendy. Big Mom Knowledge says what can be placed in a trust. Anything can be placed in a trust. Okay. Um, uh, so a lot of you guys don't know the difference between the trust and the will. I'll break that down for you real quick, and then I'll get back to my original story. All right. So let's just face it. People are passing away. Very unfortunately, but people are. Okay. If you want to get ahead of your situation, because death is something that is inevitable. You cannot beat it. Y'all know this, but yet and still, we still do not plan. One, how many of y'all even have life insurance, whether that be term life or whole life? Okay. I'm gonna get to the trust in a minute. All right. I want to break this down because a lot of y'all are missing out on an opportunity to have money to transfer wealth to your generations to come. Okay. And you can do that by what they call is estate planning. And then the word state, estate planning. You do that by preparing for your demise, meaning you prepare for your death before you even die. That is what wealthy people do. And guess what? Middle class and poor people can do it too. All right. Now, you should have you a power of attorney. I don't know how many of you guys contact me and say, so and so is capacitated and we talking to hospice, or we at the hospital and we can't make any decisions because we don't have a power of attorney. Well, that is exactly what's going to happen. Thank you, Rich Class. So you guys need to have a power of attorney. And I also want you guys to understand there are two types of power of attorney. There's a general, and a durable. Okay, so you need to find out which one works best for your situation. But one power of attorney gives you the right to practically be that individual. So you can get credit cards, you can do trust, wills, you can do all of that. And then they have one that is you don't. Okay, you select what it is you want that individual to do. So y'all definitely need to look into that. Rich Class, let me know if you have an issue hearing my video. Okay, the next thing, y'all need to know the difference between a will and a trust. A lot of you guys only know about a will, but you do not know about a trust. Okay, some of y'all don't even trust the person that you with. Okay, so here is what you need to understand. A will is, in my opinion, this is the best way for me to explain it to you guys. Let me start with the trust. The trust is where you put your big things like your house. If you have large amounts of cash or in your bank account you want to leave somebody, that would be something that you can put in trust. But most people want to put stuff like their home. Okay, we're gonna just do something basic like that. You can put a trust. You can put your home in a trust even if it's not paid off. But you have to remember, guys, when y'all pass away, if the home is not paid for, somebody has to acquire financing. So please don't rush out there and go and do all of this estate planning, and then your family members have bad credit. So when you die, you still lose everything, so we don't want that. All right. But your trust is where you put your big items, and your will is where you separate the small things. Okay. So you could say, in my trust is my home, but in my will, I'm going to put where I want my clothes and where I want for my jewelry to go and my shoes. You could do smaller items like that. Okay. You also need to know that when you do a will, you have to go to court. You got to go to probate court. That is probably the one big difference between a will and a trust. If you have a trust, you bypass going to court, which means as soon as somebody passes away, if you have a trust, the person that they put in charge of the trust, which is the trustee, has immediate control, immediate power. You do not have to wait for probate court. So you guys need to look at your situation and decide if you were to pass away, do you need somebody to do something quickly, or can it wait until probate? Because probate can take 6 months or more. All right. So that's something y'all need to be aware of. All right. So let me see what you're asking. Yeah. So the Facebook lawsuit been going on. I said I was going to do a video on it, but every time I do a video for a class action lawsuit, TikTok takes it down. So I'm not going to do the class action lawsuit video. I'm just going to tell you guys that there is a class action lawsuit. We don't know how much it's going to be. Okay. Right now it's, I think $720 million. It's a lot. But the more people apply for it, the smaller your slice of the check is going to be. So you can do one of two things. You can share the wealth and make your check smaller, or you can keep your mouth closed and get what you're going to get. Okay. But that's completely up to you. But yes, the Facebook lawsuit is legitimate. All right. David says, please, I've been trying to contact you about the PDF by removing Anchor 24 hours. And yes, David, I emailed it to you, but thank you very much for letting me know. I will send it to you again, but I absolutely did email it to you, and I have proof. Send me your email again, not here, but in the inbox. But thank you for coming on here. I appreciate that. See? Okay, hold on. Let me see what Rich Class says. No, okay. Thank you, Rich Class. I appreciate it. All right. All right. Why you want to know says, I think the trust is better. I think the trust is better too, but a lot of us don't know about a trust. We automatically assume that when you pass away, it is only a will, and they don't know that there are other options out there. Did you know that if you have a power of attorney, as soon as that individual dies, that power of attorney goes away? Okay. This is why you need to make sure. This leads me to my next thing. You guys need to have y'all medical directives talking about what to do with you when you pass. Do you want to be an organ donor, or do you not want anybody cutting on you? Okay. Me personally, at one time, I did not want anybody cutting on me, but now I don't care. Okay. So you could do a medical directive. You could let them know if you want them to pull the plug or to keep you on resuscitation. So these are things you guys need to know, because hey, what if y'all are married? And we done talked about this before. Some of y'all are married and are not even with the person that you were married to. And now if you are in the hospital, they gonna call that ex-husband of yours that you can't stand, or that ex-wife, or not even ex-wife, your current wife, because you was too lazy to get the divorce. So that leads me to my next thing. If you are married and you've been separated, and I know this happens in the minority community a lot, if you've been separated and you know you ain't working it out, y'all done moved on, but y'all just have not done the paperwork, you need to think about it, because that person will be the one that's going to make that decision whether to pull the plug or not. Do you trust that person enough? Do you like that person enough to put your life in their hands? Hell, if you won the lotto and you had a stroke when you went to pick up the check, the person that's getting the money is the person you married to that you ain't seen in 12 years. So if that's y'all, then we need to make sure y'all are putting in y'all divorce paperwork. Okay. Now I know I'm hitting some spots here. I know some of y'all laugh because this is some of y'all aunties, this is some of y'all uncles that have been separated for a long time and just have not even done the paperwork. Okay. All right. So y'all need to go ahead on and protect yourself. All right. Let me see what else you're saying. Key B says, hi, Shamika. I did some research, but not sure if the resources are legit. Do you know of any programs, any housing for single moms in Florida? Thank you in advance. Well, y'all know anytime we talk about programs, I always tell you guys to do 211 if that's available in your area. I do know that Florida is bringing about the emergency housing voucher program. Let me tell y'all what I done found out. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all listen close. Okay, so when y'all try to use the emergency housing voucher, this is for any state. If you tell the people that you are still living where you are but are about to get evicted, you do not qualify for emergency assistance. Now, I'm not telling anybody what to say. I'm not telling anybody what to do. But what I'm telling you is what must be said in order to get the help. So if you are trying to get emergency housing assistance, and tag one of your friends, okay? Just put the tags on there, okay? Because I know somebody is getting evicted. Y'all be hitting me up, okay? They cannot get help until they state that they are homeless. The program is for homeless individuals. You can't be 2 days and getting put out. You got to already be homeless. Now, whether you're homeless or not, for real, is on you. Okay, because y'all be creating all kind of things, leases. You can walk, girl. Y'all be creating all kind of stuff. So I'm just saying, y'all can easily create y'all a 3-day notice. Okay, so I ain't encouraging the bad behavior, but I'm just letting you know what you got to do if you want to get the assistance. You cannot be on your way out. You must be out. Okay. All right, let me see what y'all saying. It says they have insurance that will pay the home off after a person passes away. That is exactly correct. They do have mortgage insurance that you can get on your home if you're a homeowner. That when you pass away, it can pay off the insurance. I think it's great, but you got to make sure that you can afford it. But I can tell you, there's no sense in getting insurance to pay off your mortgage when you just can get regular insurance. And if you pass away, the money you get from your insurance is going to pay off your mortgage. One thing y'all need to understand about insurance or life insurance, right? And this is the coolest part about it, is the money goes to the next generation tax free. Okay. If you took out $1 million policy today, and a person that is about average health, good health, okay, not even perfect health, just average, okay, okay, in your 40s, you can get $1 million policy. This is a term life. Okay, you can get $1 million policy for less than $200 a month. Now, I'm not saying that that's what you need to get, but imagine if you could afford it and then you passed away. Now your children become instant millionaires, tax free. That is what wealthy people do when they get money. They put their money in insurance policies. Why? Because they know they're going to die. And because they know it's the best way to beat the system. Okay, y'all know that's what rich people do. They beat the system. And one way around it is life insurance. And another thing, and I talked about this before, then I'm gonna get to y'all questions. There is a program called Be Your Own Bank. You can get a whole life insurance policy and you can borrow against it as soon as it has cash value. Okay. So I like that because that's money that I can borrow from myself at any time, as long as my policy matures and has a cash value. But I can pay my policy every month, and that's paying myself back. And I got to borrow money, and I'm paying the interest back to myself, and I'm not giving it to a bank. Now, is that smart or not? Would you not want to borrow money from yourself without having to go and borrow money from a bank? And you can do all of this with a life insurance policy. And let me tell y'all the gig. I'm not even a life insurance agent, and I'm giving you the gems, okay? I make sure I'm life insurance policies up, all right? Absolutely, because I understand that I may not be um, a multimillionaire today, but I'll make sure that the next generation, whether that's my niece or if I have children, that they will be. And y'all can do the same thing. Because remember, y'all, we're not living forever. All right. Let me see what y'all saying. Okay. Hold on. Hey, Andre, go that thing. Okay, hold on. Sorry, y'all. It says, what is the cost of a trust? So a trust can vary. You can do now this is the crazy part. Y'all can do trust on the computer on software because most of y'all don't have a whole lot of assets. That's no shade. But if you're not rich already, you can go and get a computer software program and put your stuff that you have in there, print it out, go get it notarized. You can go and take it to a lawyer's office or a paralegal or whatever, have them review it to make sure that you answered everything correctly. But it can range from $300 on up. But remember, if you don't have a lot of stuff, it's not going to cost that much money. Okay, it really just depends. All right, but good question, Liz. Thank you. Lisa, you say I'm telling the truth. I'm telling y'all, I dealt with so many people dealing with death. And let me add this too. If somebody died, please do not let the IRS keep their tax refund. See, this is why you need to have a trust. Let me explain. Now, y'all may think this is a joke, but I have mothers who have their daughters die that are younger than them that worked and made good money, and now they cannot get the money back. Nikisha Curtis, I will see your message. I'm sorry I have not been on Facebook at all today, but I will go to my messages tonight. I will respond. Thank you. Okay. So I have seen mothers have to try to get their child's tax refund, and they can't get it. And you know why? Because the children did not prepare anything. They didn't have a will. They didn't have a trust. But get this: if you have a trust, that same old rinky-dinky document I was telling y'all about that y'all can create on the computer, you can create this trust, get it notarized. That makes it look, legitimate, right? That makes it legal. So then if someone passes away, when you go to do their tax refund, you would mail in the tax refund with a copy of the trust, letting them know. There's another form that the IRS is going to make you do, but you'll turn in three forms: the refund claim form, the trust, and the actual 1040, and they will send the refund only to the person that's on the trust. Now, if you did that in a will, if you had a will before that person died, you would have to wait until you go to probate court, which could be 6 months or more before you get permission to even claim the refund. Now, some of y'all need the money. Can you imagine if this is your spouse, your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and now you can't claim that money to take care of y'all kids because you did not prepare? I know I'm talking to somebody. Okay, let me close this door real quick. You're too loud. Okay, sorry. Loud. All right. So I want y'all to think about that, okay? Because death is real. I'm seeing too many people leaving their children, too many GoFundMe requests, and I don't got nothing against a GoFundMe, but you would not need a GoFundMe if you took $8 out of your check a month to get you some life insurance. Okay, it would help you a lot. Okay, now if y'all in Florida, y'all down south, Y'all know it's almost hurricane season. How many of y'all got renter's insurance? That's another $8 to $25 that y'all can get a ridiculous amount of renter's insurance. So when your house get towed up, because you know it will, especially if you live in Florida, you know your power going out, you know your groceries going bad. Why y'all don't get this renter's insurance now, so that you can make that claim in about 60 days? Because that's exactly, not 60 days, but in another couple months, at least by November, it's going to hit. So I'm giving y'all a couple things. Now, we ain't spent that much money now. We don't spend about $300 on the trust, and we spending $7 a month on doggone term life insurance. And you can probably also get, well, you definitely can get for between $7 and $25 renter's insurance. Term life could be more. It depends on your health and how young you are. Okay. Also remember, term life it ends at a certain term. It can be 20 years, it could be 30 years. So if you think that, if you are 40 or you are 30, you may not want to get it because you have a chance of living a longer lifestyle. Now, before I get onto that, let me see what y'all saying really quick. Shantavia says, and a probate can cost thousands of dollars for those left in the will. I'm telling y'all, probate is expensive. And I know y'all don't know about probate because most of y'all are not dealing with those type of issues in court, but y'all need to, because I'm telling you, imagine, I'm gonna give y'all one more scenario. Imagine your significant other, your husband or your wife, they pass away. The car is in the person's name that passed away. You want to keep the car because that's the family car, but you can't. Why? Because there's no will, there's no trust. Although you are the spouse, the bank don't care that you're the spouse. You didn't sign that contract. You know what happens? The repo people come by and get it, unless you got decent enough credit to take over the financing. Or get this. Now this is the crazy part. The only way to keep those people from messing up your benefits or messing up your situation is never tell them anybody died. Did y'all hear that? Again, if you go in the bank and you're going to withdraw money from somebody's account that's deceased, if you don't have the letter of I forgot what the word is, affirmation. If you don't have the letter from the court from probate giving you the right to get the money, or if you don't have a trust, or if you're not the person's beneficiary, it's a lot of steps you got to go. They're not going to give you the money. But if you walk in and you just withdraw like you normally would with an ATM card, debit card, whatever, they won't know. But as soon as you mention that they passed away, account is frozen. You'll be lucky if they let you withdraw a couple $100s to get by, because the most banks' policy is to freeze the account immediately so that there is no fraud. So one, it don't help you to tell the truth at the bank. It doesn't help you to tell the truth with the car company or anything that the person is financing. Now, I'm not encouraging y'all to lie, but I want y'all to know about these things, because you won't know, and then you'll go and experience it later, and you're gonna be hurt, and you're gonna wish that you would have just hushed and didn't tell them until after, at least after you get the death certificate. The death certificate can take at least 90 days. Don't tell everybody what you're doing. You know how they say don't let the right hand know the left hand doing? That what they meant to say is don't tell these corporations what you doing or they're gonna stop it. Okay, and they're gonna make your life difficult. Soon as somebody dies, you're cut off. So you got to make sure you guys are preparing. Okay. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Cynthia says, good evening, Shamika and Shamika Saves fam. Thank you, Cynthia. How you doing? We do got to come up with a name, y'all. We do got to come up with a name for y'all. I ain't come up with it yet. We will. Rich Class text me so I know a link you're talking about, because I will forget. All right. Liz, am I missing it? I don't know. Christopher says, hello, beautiful. How you doing? I am fine. Thank you. I'm sweating and very hot over here, but I'm doing good. Thank you. Again, if you are watching for the first time, please follow. Y'all know y'all also can go to my shamikasaves.com page and book y'all a consultation. We can talk about whatever. Because some of this stuff, y'all just need to run it by folks so that y'all can see what y'all thinking or y'all plan is good. And it's good when you have somebody that that knows a lot of information, that can give you information and or find it. Okay. That's your girl. All right. Let me see. So the reason we're talking about this estate planning and all of this, making sure you guys can, get insured and all of this. I told you I'm starting to see more and more and more articles encouraging you guys to go and pull your annual reports. Okay. So I'm going to do y'all a favor. Okay. I know the majority of y'all who've been sticking around for a very long time, okay? But I'm going to send y'all these links so that you can pull your um reports, your annual reports, because you guys need to start reviewing them, all right? In a 12-month cycle, there is income tax time, and then between now and the fall, you need to be preparing your stuff to get ready for next year. Okay, so that means if these reports are wrong, if your credit reports are wrong, um, they're pushing that people need to go and look at their medical insurance bureau report. Why? Because there is information that they found from the Federal Trade Commission. I ain't making this up. That they found that has been inaccurately reporting on your medical reports. Now, your medical reports affect how much your insurance rates are going to be. If they think you out clubbing every night because you at the hospital getting a doggone IV every Monday morning from partying, from drinking too much, that's in your record. It may not be as clear as day like that. They may have some numbers and codes, but I promise you, everything that you've been doing is in that report. And that is how they make the decision on how much your life insurance rates are going to be, and how much your health insurance rates are going to be. Now, it ain't going to matter if you work for a large company and you're covered, but if you're trying to get your own rates, that is why, because they're looking at how what your lifestyle is like. Okay, how many of y'all have even went and logged into Social Security and made sure that the points that you're supposed to earn every year, you earned them? You're supposed to earn 4 points a year. Did you check? Are you checking to make sure? Because you may want to retire, and they will tell you, you didn't work. I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? You have a Social Security SSA.gov account. Some of y'all haven't even gone to create it. Some of y'all don't even know how much your Social Security retirement would be today if you were to retire. You don't even know what your disability would be if you were to retire today. These are things you should know. Okay. All right. Let me see what you're saying. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm getting to it. Tanya says I just need a divorce. I'm telling you, it's so many people I meet, and I'm like, why is y'all still married? Get get divorced, okay? Get divorced, people. Okay, I can't say nothing else but get a divorce. All right, because if you got somebody over your life making decisions, it's horrible. Are there any programs to help for housing assistance in South Carolina? Unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you, it's a couple states that don't never really do nothing for their people. In South Carolina, Mississippi, and Alabama are three of them. Okay, okay, those are the top three that I see that don't never really have a lot of programs. Please do 211 in South Carolina just so you can see if they have anything. Okay, but I normally do not see programs for a lot of assistance in their state, unfortunately. Okay. Let me see what you're saying. What would be the best place for me to get a loan with the credit score being 630 to buy land? Well, if you are trying to buy land, well, here is what I would say. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're going to get a land, if you're going to get land, you're going to build on it. Probably the fastest way to get money is from a hard money lender, but the interest rate is going to be very, very high. Depending on how much the price of the land will be, how much who I would tell you, not who I would tell you, how I would tell you to get it, because there may be in some aspects, guys, that you need to, instead of going and trying to get these personal loans, maybe you should switch it and try to get that same amount on the business side. Banks will give you money if your score is good and you could show that you are making money. Okay, so sometimes you need to say, you know what, I'm not going to be able to secure this personal loan. Maybe I'll go and get this as a business loan. Or you can go and get a loan from a bank to purchase it. I would tell you to try if you got Navy Federal, that's who I would tell you to go to ultimately first. If you're a military or veteran, they have land programs for veterans that you can get assistance with those. If you're going to buy land in a rural area, rural, rural, okay? If you're going to buy land in those areas, USDA has loan programs for land. I also know, and this sounds crazy, but I actually saw this on TV. If you want to live in certain parts of like Colorado, Nevada, those places that there's a ton of land at surplus, you can get loans through certain programs that you normally won't see advertised, that you can get through the state, okay? Because they don't want to keep all the land. They rather give it to you. So depending on where you want to go, you have some options, okay? And that's just off the top of my head. Any tips on emergency housing in California? Every agency that I call states all lists are closed. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that all lists are closed in California. Let me think. Um, well, did you try what I mentioned about stating that you're homeless versus you're being evicted? Okay. Emergency housing. Remember what I said, guys. If you want the money, you need to say you are homeless, not that you are being evicted. The terminology makes a big difference. Okay. And if that did not help, user 95, all those numbers, send me a message on my shamikasaves.com. I have a chat. Some of y'all I still haven't even got back to. I will. Y'all don't understand. I be trying to vacation, okay, and take a break all at the same time and work. All right, do you have a website in mind you can recommend regarding the trust? So you guys can go to um eForms, EFORMS, eForms.com. What I would tell you guys to do first is you actually could just type in a sample trust PDF. Type that in Google, sample trust PDF, and it will bring up free copies of it. Okay, look through it so that you can see um, one, if it's speaking language in the state. Some of these may be pre-filled out for a certain state. So if you're not in that state, that is not the one you want. You want a one that is blank. Okay, so you can, most of the time you can just download them. All right, if you, that's why I said to do PDF, because if you have Adobe PDF, you can then edit it. All right. So somebody asked me to make a video showing how to make a temporary Social Security card, and I will have you know that I did make the video. And again, I want you guys to go to my YouTube, same name, Shamika Saves, and subscribe first of all, and watch these videos. I'm telling you, um, I know I may not be talking about all the what's popping and gossip and Chris Brown and Usher, and we can get on all that, but that is not putting no money in your pocket, and it's not keeping people from being evicted. So I am doing what I feel is my job, and that's to be a resource. So I want to help you guys do that, but I can't grow if I don't have the support. So I appreciate you guys who have supported me, but for my new supporters too. All right. Liz says, once a person passed away, Social Security reported. Yes, they do, but Social Security is not always on time reporting deaths. This is how people are able to still collect an individual's check because the system doesn't always system. Okay, so once a person passes away, you probably will still get two checks from Social Security. And what's going to happen is if that person died anytime after the first of the month, they are going to prorate that check and make you pay them back the difference. All right. So if y'all got grandmas and grandma, they're on a fixed income and somebody passed away, they are absolutely going to want that money back. But if that happens, you can do a hardship. That's what's going to lead me to IRS. Okay. So those were the two things I wanted to talk to y'all about was the IRS too. I wanted y'all to know the IRS has definitely got some money, okay, because that website is websiting, okay, they got a lot of updates. They got it on there now, baby. They got it where you can make a payment plan almost on the first homepage of the IRS site because they know, like I'm telling y'all, that they are coming for money, okay, and it doesn't matter what where you are. Definitely gonna do people who are middle class and low income. Remember, the studies show, the reports already show that the IRS targets people who use earned income credit. Rich folks don't qualify for earned income credit, but y'all do. Okay, so I'm gonna let you know if you have a payment plan. If you owe money to the IRS, you need to decide how you are going to make your payments. I don't know if you guys are paying your SBA EIDL loans, but the SBA is even being aggressive. Okay, they are calling. They want their money. Y'all know student loans getting ready to get. It's supposed to get ready to start back 1 October. So y'all gonna be kicking out some money. This is why I'm telling y'all to prepare because these are the things y'all need to be getting ready for. And I'm giving y'all a heads up now so you know what to do. All right. So let me see what questions y'all got really quick. And if y'all got any questions about any of these IRS payment plans, y'all let me know. All right, because it's very important. Because they even doing articles on the types of people that will come to your door now. Okay, so this is coming directly from the IRS. They send me I get an email from them at least 5 times a day. Okay, and one of them is specifying the type of agents that will come. Now they never did a report on the type of agents, and if you're my age or older, Miss Donna, if you're watching, y'all know IRS agents used to come out to your businesses back in the day. They would gladly knock on your door and walk in and open them books and have you show them stuff. Guess what? They probably going right back to doing that again. So if you guys are small business owners, make sure your paperwork is together. Okay. And this is not me trying to scare or anyone, but I know that they don't put stuff out to waste time. They're doing it so they can say, we told you 12 months ago that this is what we're going to do. And they have 3 types of agents that will come out. Now, we don't want to see any of them, but they got 3 types, and I'll tell you what those are. All right, let me see what you're saying. Rich Class says, Be Your Own Bank program. I'm Googling it right now. If y'all want the book on Be Your Own Bank, it is a small ebook. It's probably 24 pages. It is the most mind-blowing, mind-opening thing I think I've probably read in a very long time. And this is why I admire rich folks, regardless if they're doing illegal stuff or unethical stuff. They are smart enough to learn how to they learn the rules, and then they turn around and they break them. Okay, so if you want to learn ways that you can let life insurance work for you, I'm not getting anything out of this. Okay, this is just me giving this to y'all. Just go to my website, shamikasaves.com, and go in the chat and just say BYOB. I know what that is, and that is not bring your own booze. It is be your own bank. Okay. Chris said, "What is the new Fed now? The government is starting in July." So the new Fed now is it's supposed to be the new way that you're going to transfer payments, like the same way you do it through Zelle and Cash App. So it's supposed to be a new way to send money. But the crazy part is they are saying that it started in July, but they just did one array of articles, and we've heard nothing else about it. There is no way for us to test it. They're not telling us what types of payments we're going to be able to send through that. Most of the articles say move over Cash App, move over Zelle. To me, that says that they're going to put those out of business, and we're probably all going to be sending money through one payment system so that they can track. Because think about it, guys. We are starting in 2024. When it's tax season next year, that's why y'all need to be sticking with your girl, okay? Come tax season next year, it's going to be different how y'all been hiding that money, okay? Cash App going to tell on you. Zelle telling on you. Hell, some of y'all probably had y'all accounts shut down. Shopify, Etsy, some of them shut your accounts down because you did not even update your W-9. Okay, so if this is what you guys are doing, y'all having businesses, okay, and y'all sending money, sign that up in your business account. Put that under your EIN. Why are y'all carrying it under your SSC? And now you got to file together. Well, you can file separate if you don't have an LLC. Okay, if you have an LLC, you got to file together. But if you don't, you know what I'm saying? But count some of that money under your business so you can show that your business has been making money. Did you know that if you want to get your transcripts for the money that your business has made, any money that's been earned under your EIN, you have to request your tax transcripts to see it. Now, if you make money on your social, they give it to you in the form of a W-2. But when you are a business owner, you got to contact the IRS to get the documents that somebody sent about you, because a lot of these companies don't send them to you. Some of y'all don't even download them or know that they're available. So the Fed now, I think, is going to be the new way to send money for everyone. But we'll see come July. But definitely we're going that way, Chris. But watch what I say. Okay. Thank you, Liz. Philip Jahari Music says, thank you for your knowledge, my sister. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let me see what y'all saying. Do you have okay? Right. That's what I had to do with my parents. I'm glad. We got to start taking care of the folks. It says, I'm glad you always tell the whole story because most people don't find out till it's too late. And that's one thing I want to prevent y'all from finding out is finding out the hard way. When all you had to do was just be notified. Okay. It does not hurt to share information with people. Okay. You do better when you know more. Okay. You said, do you know the best way to get an IRS rep on the phone? Yes. You can send me a message on my website, or you can just go right here on my TikTok page. It should be my second to last video. I give y'all IRS hack, how you can actually call the IRS, leave your number, and they're going to call you back with a rep on the line because I don't have time to wait. Okay. So if you want, you can use that. It's a number that you'll never see. Okay. It's the hookup line. So I've definitely tried it, and everybody I sent to, I've tried it, and it works. So you can get the video or go to my website, and then I will send it to you in the inbox. It says FedNow is bank to bank, so there's no middleman such as Cash App and Venmo. See, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. So now, so thank you, Monty. So he says FedNow is bank to bank, so there is no middleman such as Cash App and Venmo. So again, FedNow is what I had said it was. It's basically to replace these guys because they need a way to track the money you guys have been sent. Do you know how much money people have not been counting? Because you could just transfer it through these cash apps. And a lot of you were under the minimum reporting requirement of $20,000. So people were walking around here. I remember saying this 5 years ago that you could go to each of these cash app companies and earn almost $20,000 and it not be reported. You could quit with cash. You could leave Cash App, then go to PayPal and get 19,900. Then leave them and then go to Zelle, 19,000. You could just keep doing it. So you know how much money people were making not taxed because it didn't have to be reported. They weren't doing anything illegal. The IRS said you didn't have to report it. Now you have to report. You need $600 in transactions and they're going to report. It used to be $20,000. That's a big dang on difference, don't y'all think? Okay, so they are definitely going to be in your pockets. So they're going to be basically deploying and FedNow onto these systems to track when your money leaves your account to where it is going. And then at the end of the year, this is what we have to find out is how they're going to prove that what you were sending was not a refund or not paying half of the rent or whatever it is. So you have to be mindful of what you're putting in these comments when y'all sending money to each other. Because we're going to find out come January next year how this money is going to be calculated. They'll probably tell us later on in the year, but you know what's going to happen when they're telling us about it? The election stuff going to be going on and Christmas stuff going to be going on and y'all not going to be paying no attention. I am, but I'll make sure I tell y'all, so y'all make sure y'all be here so I can let y'all know because they definitely going to be slipping this through the cracks to not let us know what's going on. Okay, let me see, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yellow Butterfly says, what address to use for CPNs when you're issued a credit card, a virtual address? All I can say is just don't use an address that is associated with you. So I don't know why people use virtual addresses personally, but it's your choice. Okay. And again, y'all know CPNs, those fake Social Security numbers I be telling y'all about, that I be talking about. If people have questions about it, I definitely answer those questions. But always, if you have more in-depth questions, you need to book that consultation so I can answer your stuff for your situation, not for nobody else. Okay. It says call 7 a.m. on the dot. That's right. Call 7 a.m. on the dot when they first open to get to the IRS. All right, let me see. Want to make sure I'm not missing anything. It's almost 8 o'clock. It says, hi, when applying for LLC, do you choose an S corp for tax purposes? Nikki, you're welcome. You can do an S corp for tax purposes if you want to be taxed 2 times. Okay, if you are a business owner and you are in this business by yourself, there's nothing wrong with being an LLC. I do have a video on this on my YouTube that explains the differences between the 3: an S corp, a C corp, and an LLC. Okay, a C corp is a corporation, an S corp is an LLC, but is treated like a corporation. So some of y'all may not want to do that. I'll give you an example. All right, if you have a job and you're already making a whole lot of money on your job, and you know if you add your business income, it's going to put you in a higher tax bracket. So you don't want your business income and your personal income to be together. All right. So you would say, I'm going to establish an S corp or a C corp because I want to just be an employee of my company and only count the income that I earned versus the income that my whole company earned. Did y'all follow me on that? I hope y'all are. So if you take on the income that the whole company earned, it may put you in a higher tax bracket. But if you are just cutting yourself a check, you could choose to be a C corp or an S corp. I know a lot of you think or have heard that you can have an LLC and be an employee of your own LLC. Well, that doesn't make any sense because if you have an LLC, you file your income from your LLC on your personal taxes. So why would you cut yourself a check and tax yourself again. And when some of y'all don't understand what I mean when I say that, but when you are an employee, you have to pay Social Security and Medicare. If you have an LLC and you're the owner and you filed it on your personal taxes, you're already charged your Social Security and Medicare. So if you become an employee, now you're paying it twice. You're paying two Social Securities and two Medicares. That doesn't make any sense. Plus, if you are paying yourself like you're supposed to be paying taxes too. So why pay tax twice? It doesn't make sense. So you guys definitely need to understand the difference between those three entities, because it doesn't matter about how you file in your state. It matters when it comes to taxes. That is where they keep things hidden from us. We are always only thinking about how the business looks versus who how the business is taxed. That is how you stay rich, is you keep the money you earn. Okay, if all the money you make is paying out in taxes, you're just working for nobody or working for nothing. But if you're making money and you find ways to save on taxes, that's more money in your bank account. Follow me? Okay. Let me see what you're saying. Um, Lisa says, "Hey, thanks for all your advice." You're welcome, Lisa. I appreciate that very much. Diamond says, "If you apply for ERC and it gives you a balance due, do you have to pay it now? Asking for a friend." Well, if a person is applying for ERC and it gives them a balance due, that doesn't make sense. If the why would it? Well, the person should not. And if you guys don't know what an ERC loan, that's that loan that people are trying to get through the IRS, saying that they had employees and they're trying to get some money back. Well, I'm not going to apply for taxes, file for business taxes that are going to make me owe. The person should have already filed taxes in that year. Now, if they didn't and they apply for the ERC and they owe, then to answer your question, do they want you to pay it all now? The IRS absolutely 100% wants every dollar that you owe them right now. But they understand that you don't have it right now. So they give you options. Okay. But, and again, this goes back to Diamond, what I was just saying. I don't know what the business structure is. Is it an LLC? Because if it's an LLC, that person owes from their personal taxes. Or is it an S corp or C corp? So tell that person, that friend that you're asking for, to do a consultation with me so we can go through this to find out, so I can give you the best answer. Because those things absolutely matter. A lot of y'all probably never been told that before, but those things matter. It matters how your business is taxed. Okay, so you got to make sure when you set your business up, you are setting it right according to what you want tax wise. All right. I know people ain't thinking about that because we're just trying to open up an LLC so we can get some money. Don't work that way. All right. Let me see. Okay. So if you have a partnership, then you could be an S corp and you would have a K1, and you would usually have an accountant or someone basically taking your profits from the company and splitting them in half. And so if the company made $100,000, okay, now this person would have an S corp, because you can. Most people who have LLCs with more than one member, they file an S corp because they are employees now. Because you now, two people own it. Okay, so you could be an employee, and this person can be an employee under the LLC. But if it's just one person, you're not an employee. You are just the LLC. Okay, so the business makes 100 grand. You split it 50 here, 50 here. Take out all the whatever they're going to take out, and you're at the end of the year, you're going to receive a K1, and you're going to have to add that 50,000 from your business to your personal taxes. Okay, that is how you do your partnerships. Same thing as if you had an LLC. It's just the money is split between however many partners. All right, that's the only difference. Says you always need to know, how do you do it? Read the news a lot. I read the news a whole heck of a lot. Because I know that they're telling you what is happening, but people are just too busy with other things and they're not looking. So I'm constantly reminding you guys of what is to come. They're not constantly telling us to pull these reports to review them. They're constantly suing these credit bureaus for false information that's being reported on your credit reports. They're suing the student loan companies for what happened, false information being on your credit reports. Did you guys know that Navient, the same student loan company that the Department of Education just sued for giving you guys bad advice when it comes to consolidating your loans? They just wiped out a lot of your loans on borrower's defense through Navient. But do you know them fools gave Navient a brand new contract to take over 3 other companies, it doesn't make any sense. They love dysfunction, people. So you have to do your due diligence and stop waiting on these people to do their job, okay? Because they just rehired the same people they sued. Now you tell me what sense does that make, okay? Now, if anybody want a job looking for something out there, y'all need to put a company together that can manage student loans and get you some software so you can compete. Because the government keeps going back to the same 3 or 5 companies that's still owned by the same 2 companies. All they're doing is putting new names. So if they can do it, you guys can do it. Y'all got to start looking at these contracts, okay? I'm just saying. All right. Um, Rich Class says I enrolled in CSU and my stipend is more than enough to get the ball rolling. I recommend for all those in need of some investment funds. So thank you for the info. Thank you, Rich Class. I appreciate that. So did y'all hear that? Because y'all know I've been telling y'all, if y'all need a quick buck, y'all need to go to school and get that money from that financial aid and that student loan. I'm telling y'all need to get that money now because let me tell you why. Now I talked about this. I ain't even tell y'all yet. They are now changing the student loan paperwork. It is going to be supposed to be simplified, easier for you to do the FAFSA. But guess what? They're giving less money. Okay, soon as I tell y'all to get on the lamb. So, Rich Class, I'm glad you got in there to get you some money. So some of y'all need to jump on here and get you some money. So if y'all have multiple children going to school that are getting financial aid and student loans, just know that their money may be affected if you, parent, make more than 50 grand. Okay, that's not a lot for a family of 4 or 5 people. Okay, so if you're making a halfway decent, you middle class, your children may be affected in their financial aid. But if you poor, you middle class and under, you better go on to sign up so you can get that full amount and be like Rich Class over here and get that investment fund. There ain't nothing wrong with flipping the money that Uncle Sam give you. You are in school, you're meeting your requirement. You flip the money how you choose. Okay, I'm putting y'all on. All right, let me see what y'all saying and then I'm gonna go. Isn't a single member escort split between a reasonable salary and dividends? Yes, but most people are not single member escorts. It doesn't make sense to be a single member escort because as an LLC, you're filing your income from your company on your taxes. A person who creates an LLC and they are the only member, you are the business. You are not the employee of the business. You are the business. That is the only business structure that you can do that with. That's because LLC is new. It's the way it's formed. Okay, LLCs are formed, corporations are organized. It's different. Okay, and this has everything to do with business and law. A lot of stuff that we are not taught. Okay, but those words mean something. Y'all know how they say words have power. They do. Just like I was telling y'all, you can't tell the people you're getting evicted. You got to say you're homeless. Words, certain words work. It's just like unlocking the key to the code. And hopefully I'm giving y'all some of these keys. All right. So I hope that makes sense, Miss Boss. If not, do your consultation so I can break it down for you. Okay. All right. So we got 4 minutes. Let me see what y'all got. Rich Class says, plus with Chat GPT and Course Hero, school is free and easier to. You know what, Rich Class? Now you over here, you making me feel too good, okay? But not only is he in school, he said he got Chat GPT, and I told y'all if you in school, I don't know why y'all are not using Chat GPT to write your papers. I seen Chat GPT write a movie script. Okay, you say, hey Chat GPT, make me a movie script that's 3 hours long, about a white woman going to college at an all black school. I doggone it, that thing will give you a 3-hour movie script. And guess what, y'all? It is not plagiarized because it's not going to do the same thing for everybody. Okay, so he is going to school using ChatGPT to assist him with the papers and answer questions because ChatGPT is way better than Wikipedia. And Course Hero, I told y'all, schools share curriculums. So all you got to do is go there, find that course. Okay, somebody else done posted it, and bam. Now I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you where you can find what you need to help you get to what you're trying to do. Okay. Hey, Genteria. All right. It says Chat GPT chain. I'm telling you, Chat GPT. Boy, y'all just got to realize a lot of people are going to be out of business. So right now, this AI is neat and it's cool because you can make yourself look like, whatever and all that stuff. But baby, it's definitely going to come back and we're going to hate it soon. So while you have it and can use it to your advantage to remember, if you are not planning, you are planning to fail. But they say proper planning prevents what is that thing? Proper planning prevents poor performance. Now that probably sounds stupid, but it's true. Plan. Chat GPT is good right now. You're using it because you're trying to get that little student loan check, that financial aid. But eventually it's gonna come back to bite you. I told you it's an app. It's on my phone. I can talk into it. And then I can type something. And it will sound just like me. And it wasn't me that even said it. This is real. Okay. So for now, y'all go have fun with it. All right. I'm about to go. Brittany says my school loans were discharged and I got some of the money. I paid them back. Woo! Congratulations, Brittany Maze. I just told y'all that last week that you could get your money back if you paid any money to the school. Congratulations. And Brittany, if you don't mind, since we on Facebook, if they sent you an email showing anything about you getting your money back, can you send it? You can blur out your stuff. I just want to use it to make a TikTok video because people don't believe that they're really getting their money back. And congratulations, you got in before June. All right, so get y'all bars defense in too. I'm telling you, Jesslyn, people are sleeping, but that's okay. They're gonna realize when they hungry. Okay, when you ain't got no job, you ain't got no money, and you hungry, that's when you're gonna see, like, damn, she did say. Okay, what is Chat GPT? Chat GPT is AI technology that basically can do anything. It can defend you in court. It can write you a book. It can write you a movie script. You can ask it anything. The only thing that you cannot ask it is about machines taking over the world. And if you don't believe me, go Rich Class, you do it, and Jesselyn, you do it. Ask Chat GPT about machines taking over the world and watch it'll say, we are not designed, we are here to list something, obey, blah, blah, blah. It will say nothing about it. Okay? But Chat GPT is AI technology that basically does all your writing and everything for you. Okay, so if you're in school, use it. Okay, people dumb down anyway. Shoot. Uh, Richka says I use Chat GPT to create financial folk tales. Gonna turn it into. Did you hear the game? He said I'm gonna turn it into a book. Rich Class, send me a text because we have to talk now because that is genius. Okay, he is gonna use Chat GPT to write ebooks for him and then turn around and I'm just gonna add on to it. He's going to then um copyright it and post it right on Amazon and a couple other places. I already know the places you told me, and he's gonna make money. And guess what? That's how y'all get royalties. Y'all be hearing all these superstars getting these royalty checks. Get y'all some royalty checks. Hire Chat GPT to write y'all movie script. Some of y'all is I'm talking some billionaires I'm probably talking to, okay? Because if Chat GPT would have wrote Twilight for me with the vampire and the love story, baby, I wouldn't be here right now. Okay, I'm finna go get me some Chat GPT right now. I'm finna get me some movie scripts. I don't know about y'all. Look, I'm finna write some books tonight, some movie scripts, look, and a couple reality shows. Okay, so use it, folks. Okay, use it. Go get y'all some kid books. Some of y'all who want to have a podcast and y'all afraid and don't know what to say, go on and let ChatGPT do all that, and y'all just read it. Okay. All right. So it is 8 o'clock. It can write essays. That the thing can write a research paper, sis. Chat GPT is where it's at. Y'all over here typing for real. Y'all over here reading stuff. Y'all better quit. Well, what? Bibliography, Chat GPT. Okay? I'm just saying, I think I need to work for them folks. All right. Okay, so it is 8 o'clock. I will be here this Wednesday, I promise. I know I'll be busy, man. Wednesdays are bad. Hey, Cassie, if you need me, text me. But yes, so I'll be busy on Wednesdays sometime, but I'm gonna try to be here for this Wednesday for y'all. But y'all know Mondays are my go-to. Again, if y'all want to book a consultation, y'all want to talk about credit, y'all want to talk about Chat GPT, or you need some ways to find a new hustle because there are several, okay? And you're gonna have to change the hustle with the changing of the times, okay? And I just gave y'all some ways to make money. So I'm finna go get my billionaire on and get my couple scripts so I can hire Will Smith and Denzel Washington to be in my movies, okay? Y'all want to work with me, let me know. Okay, so if y'all need anything, go to my website, shoot me a text if you already know me, shoot me a message, please. If I already asked you to shoot me a message in Facebook, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. If y'all need anything, let me know. Okay. Bye. See y'all. Bye. Thank you. See you later, Amy. Bye, Rodney.